Yeah. Y'all listen to dance to this?
Yeah, that's true. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Katie girl.
So, you know, gotta fumigate, right?
Oh,
is that the word? Fumigate? Is that the word? Oh.
So, yeah, we got more people joining in. What's happening, little young boy? My little young snapper. Like I said, make sure y'all spread the word for us. We out here just trying to give you guys some entertainment. We also want to bring some we also want to bring some
we'll rock with you guys.
Oh, we live.
Bring some
Y'all
values
put
to
your
the
topics
community. Get some different perspectives out there from people.
Are we live? This mean it's live?
So,
yeah, we live. We live.
We're live.
We live. We live.
Hey. So, 4 black niggas late. Hey.
Y'all said y'all wanted music to start, right?
3 niggas late. Hey. Me and him was late. Hey.
Just the 2. They was late.
Mama was on time, though. And then get Mama a hand clap.
Was he on time or was he just earlier late?
I think he was earlier late. Alright, which is on time.
I mean,
it was still before you guys. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. Alright.
And
I like how we start with the music a little bit.
Denzel was
with a little bit of music. Oh, beautiful.
Denzel was.
Let's shout out the producer. You don't want to get no love?
Hey, Chris.
Let's shout out Chris, the producer.
Come in the screen.
Hey,
Who that? What's up, baby? We got started. It's coming. It should be live. Check your link.
We should change the not safe for eyes. When these waves we start spinning.
Alright, it's coming. Hey, listen, click the link in the bio for the YouTube link. I'm not gonna have this up too much longer. Woo! Not safe is. He's a Scudar. Scudar ladies. Y'all want your glass? Okay. Oh, we just talking along the glasses right now?
Nah. Well, because everybody should drink one. Remember what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all want to get started or no?
I think we're getting started. Yeah. Not safe is episode 3 or 4?
4.
Like it's 4. It is 4. Wow. Episode 4. Not safe for is.
Yeah, ain't 4 people getting on this couch though. I'll tell you that.
No. This is I'm sitting on my wife. You like you got the biggest ball. I mean, we know you the biggest, but damn. OG Ricky, everybody tune in live on the link. Okay, you're now watching Not Safe for Is. We're gonna go.
Hey, OG Ricky, I appreciate that picture you posted on Instagram looked like Drake. What was the Drake shit? He just posted a picture like in the clouds. He looked like that.
Oh, you know
that Drake shit.
He nice with that shit. He a photographer on the low, and he one of the nicest rappers in Baltimore. I gave you a shout out, Ricky, one of the nicest rappers in Baltimore. That's some real shit. It's a quick introduction to the panel. You guys already know. Let's start with my man Marvin, who was on time today.
No. He was early.
He was early.
Late.
Link in the bio.
Early.
Yo, I can't get credit for shit.
So he was earlier than his regular lateness.
Yeah.
Shout your handle out real quick on IG so they can follow you.
MG2_fit. Check me out, baby.
Boom. Next in line. Oh yeah,
you do it to that camera.
You show your love.
Yeah, don't show love to my
I got all.
And not to the camera right there.
My bad. MG2_fit. Make sure y'all check me out, man.
We're gonna make this real quick, but I'm gonna give you some love. The motherfucker shark today. I don't know if we can zoom in to his waves. Can we do it? Can we click on his face? But he's spinning right now. So Danny, give the ladies a handle because they gonna follow you.
If you easily get sick, look away.
They spinning, nigga. They spinning.
To my left.
Oh, but for the record,
okay,
he was last.
I was last.
You weren't last.
I also helped hold the door for him, so that's the kind
You
of
came up the
right?
steps first.
I was
It's
last, but I helped hold the door.
It's who gets to the finish line first.
But you guys were thirsty, and I brought.
Listen,
I
you guys were thirsty.
Go ahead.
My man to the left.
What up? What up?
What up, man? You got a name? You got a handle?
Oh yeah,
right.
Danny.
He's like, I hold all this shit.
I don't have a name. My name is Let's Get to the Topics.
All right, so Not Safe is. We're gonna jump right into the topics. Submitted by you guys and also some of my input. So who wants to? I look like you ready. I saw your Instagram.
Oh, you saw that shit?
I got you, motherfuckers. I'm coming.
I'm bringing it today. I'm coming today. I'm amped up.
We gonna see what's popping today.
I'm charged up.
Everybody charged up?
So
Charged up? I said we charged up today.
This nigga said pause. I heard you say pause in the corner.
I didn't put it
I'm
in
gonna
there.
have to show y'all. I'm gonna have to show y'all how to.
Is that a Rolodex?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show y'all how to fold these so the sticky part ain't attached to the rest of them.
Sorry.
So you know it's okay though.
Yeah.
You have a special way of folding your.
Yeah, so the sticky part-
for the inside, like you said.
Gotcha.
That way it stays closed in the
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll
shout
show
out,
you how to do it.
shout out to my table making skills. Anybody wants to buy a table? Let me know. We'll come up with some prices for you.
Oh shit.
Woohoo!
All right.
We starting at 100,000.
We start, this right here, this question right here. We gonna be on.
Alright.
All right. So picking from the cup of it is what it is. Should a woman withhold sex from her man when she's mad? If so, does that give her man the right to cheat?
I wish a bitch would. That's my final motherfucking answer.
You said, should a woman?
Should a woman withhold
That's a
sex
slippery
from her
question.
man when she's mad?
Let me jump into it real quick. Yes, she should, but only her mouth.
What?
Listen,
Huh?
right?
My God.
All we really need. No, listen. All right, so I'm not here to be politically correct today. I'm feeling good. We got some wine. My man got their hair cut.
Nobody's co-signing that.
Listen,
Nobody's
listen,
co-signing
listen.
that.
Yeah,
I gotta
okay,
hear what
you
you're
do
saying,
need
though.
your space, right? Especially if you're in a relationship, right? And you're talking about tenure. You're trying to put time in, right? This isn't just a weekend Netflix and chill. You're trying to actually put some time in. So if that is the case, yeah, give people their space. Allow them that moment to decompress because it's not even enjoyable at that point. If you're forcing somebody to be emotionally
Forcing
connected.
somebody to be
Well,
emotionally
not that type of
Some of
force.
the
Not
best
me
sex is
too.
with your man.
Now hashtagging me too.
Not
But
doing
I'm
that.
talking about you know, for me, I don't know what kind of torture porn y'all do in the bedroom,
Yeah.
but for me, I like to feel like they're feeling the same type of thing, right?
Right.
Of reciprocating that feeling. So, I don't know if I said that right. So, I'm with it. I just want to take a little time, but it's okay for them to have an attitude. Yeah. Matter of fact, it's probably I probably want to go do something else anyway. So yeah, let them be mad and she can be mad.
So she can withhold sex from
Yes, but not too long. I say you get 24 hours.
24 hours.
24 hours. Or I'm beating my meat on your pillow.
23.5.
On the pillow.
On your pillow.
23.5, yo.
23.5, okay.
23.5.
Matter of fact, not even 20 hours.
20 hours.
I'm getting some midnight dick in there somewhere. Early morning dick.
Oh,
You like midnight dick.
Yeah, you can give
All right, I ain't
her
say that right. I'm giving midnight dick. Because I felt this motherfucker like,
That even sounds
yeah, get your dick on here. I'm giving.
Yeah.
Should a woman withhold sex if she's mad?
Yeah.
No, take the shit out on your man. You know what I mean? Do something. You know what I mean? Jump on him, choke him, whatever you're gonna do. Don't fucking withhold the shit. You know what I'm saying? When you mad, if you have a girl,
Yeah. That's
because
so
you're a
different.
single guy, okay? So if you were to have a girl,
I know, we can tell because he went straight for daddy.
I'm taking shots today.
That's good, that's good.
Rip shots. If you had a girl
Yeah.
and you was mad at her
Mhm.
and you was gonna have sex, that's when you give her the fucking yeah.
You ain't going
That's
nowhere,
when you,
dick.
that's when, yeah,
You
no,
give it a
no,
dick
don't
pic.
move. Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's when you do that.
Uh-huh.
So why not, if it's equal rights, she give you that when she mad at you? Tell me why. Tell me how that's illogical.
Is that
Nah, fuck the time. We're just going to flow. We're just going to be perspective of everybody's
Was
time.
that a
Lean in a
rhetorical
little
question?
bit so you can get to the mic because you the first one.
Oh, we
I
should-
said,
we
was
should-
that a
we should-
rhetorical
No,
question, or you
because
really want me to answer
You
that?
didn't beat everybody else.
You really want me to answer that?
Please.
Answer the first question first.
Well, yeah,
First
answer
off-
Marvin's question because Marvin put
The
that
question
in.
First off, should a woman be able to? Well, yes, yes,
I agree with that.
Should she be able to?
yes. That's the
That wasn't
question.
the question.
Yeah, it
Repeat
kinda
the
is.
question for him.
Should a woman withhold sex from her man when she's mad?
That's
Say
different.
Should
Alright, let that go.
should a woman withhold sex from her man if she's mad? Sure. If she doesn't want to have sex with the dude, if she's mad at him, and then to answer what you said, if I'm angry at my girl and I'm gonna have sex with her, yeah, because that's like an aggressor, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for a woman to have sex with a man, typically is an act of submission.
Yo, women can be the aggressor, bro.
Ooh. So you say women are submissive. He's going down a slippery slope.
You guys just basically said if she's mad, you're gonna fucking come on her
I didn't say
pillow.
no. I didn't say no torture porn. No. Give me credit. I didn't say
You
that.
said you would come on her pillow.
No, what I'm saying
But
is-
but I'm simply
I
saying
didn't say that.
that
Did he say that?
he literally said that.
He said I'll
So,
come on the pillow.
all I'm saying
And
is
then let her
like
sleep with it.
for that's a card a woman has. Some women, you know,
It's a bad card, yo. It's like a 6.
But it's a card. It's a card they have.
it's a card that they have. Some women use it more judiciously than others. You can't. I would say for the longevity of a relationship, that shouldn't be like a go-to punishment, because the dude will start going, okay, she's upset, she's gonna hold this out. All I gotta do is wait this out. You get it on a timer, the dude doesn't even feel that pain. You know? Yeah. So I mean, I'd say.
Or you cheat. Maybe. Depends how long. If they take too long, are you cheating? Did you cheat?
I don't feel like.
See, that's the second part to the
I don't feel like in a relationship
have a right to cheat.
that it's not. It's just not. That's still not okay.
It's okay.
Oh, she not sucking my dick. I know I'm gonna find someone that will. Then don't be in a relationship.
So
that's
you
one of
friendships.
Like that's the
situation.
See, listen, because y'all are all old and in relationships.
Wow.
I'm young. I'm young and single.
Young and single.
So
all your
if
experiences.
I'm talking to a girl, right?
Yeah.
And she tries to pull that card on me, and we're not together. I do. Yeah. Okay. You're not feeling it that way.
Watch this.
I was like,
That's
so you're upset. Why are you upset? Oh, that's why. Okay. Hey, how you feeling today? But again,
is that your first line?
hold
on.
That's your first line?
Let's
if I've already been down that road, yeah.
No.
It's a repeat
I
customer.
like that. I like that. I like how you feeling today. You gauge sorry, man.
I actually was excited about that sentence. Say it. You gauge what?
I'm saying. You say how you feeling today. You gauge what's on the other end before you even have to go there.
Yeah.
Right. I like that. That's why I was giving you props.
Hey, bro.
That guy.
How you feel, Mar? Your wife's watching.
She not watching.
Yeah, if she is watching, oh well, we can live and direct. I can't be like,
my wife watching.
But
Why my pillows?
I think to a certain but I think technically speaking, no, I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is because if you feel like you can use it as a tool and a man and he never got with you for that in the first place, then that may not necessarily affect him in that kind of way anyway. Because he's like, you're trying to withhold that like I'm a little kid. So you're trying to use it as a means to make a punishment out of it. And technically speaking, if he's there for all the right reasons, then he's like, well, that's not even technically speaking a real punishment. Like, I'm not a little kid. It's not a PlayStation. You can't just play with it or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you've been coming lately. No homo. No homo. You taking it to a plateau.
No, because I mean, because this is
freak, yo.
Huh? You been coming real good lately. Real thick with your topics. Real wide ranging with your
you been dragging them across the floor.
But
yeah, no, I think that you shouldn't, because then that makes you think that a woman think that by withholding that sex that she ultimately got the upper hand, in which in that case, especially if you're in a relationship, nobody should ever feel like they technically speaking have the upper hand just because you have a vagina or not. You know what I mean?
A vagina or a
vagina?
A furry vagina.
Okay.
You like furry vaginas,
no, actually, hold up. You did actually no, because I
you did vote. No, you voted.
I voted.
Yeah.
Take this naked.
I prefer
shade.
No, that makes sense, but I mean, it goes back to the age-old argument.
You can't say age-old and you 19. You're well-read. It's
24.
24.
Yo, you making him come out the box, yo. He don't take jabs at people, yo.
Huh?
I've never heard you take a jab at
I can't really take a jab.
No, don't worry. Our studio audience, he's got 2 more. Then it's over the season.
It's rabbit season.
I'm like a studio audience.
So pick wisely.
I'm good.
But I think what you said makes sense, but it goes back to like what dudes stereotypically offer in a relationship, which is stability, money. We withhold money and time. That's our playing cards. That's our playing cards. If you're upset with your girl, she wants to go do something, nah, not feeling it. That's a hit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
a hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah, and in the same way, she's like, if you're like, hey, come on, she's like, no, I'm upset with you, I'm not doing that. That could be a hit, like you said, to a dude that's in that relationship. Not necessarily just for that, but that's obviously a part of it. Right. If you're in a committed relationship and you know in your heart of hearts you're not doing anything outside of that, and the one woman that you can do it with is holding that back, that's a hit. I don't care where you're coming from.
Right.
But
like I said, so
should she?
Yeah.
I'd say I look, if I had a daughter long down the road, I would want them to be judicious about that, and it's a great tool to use if they know how to use it.
So you teaching your daughter this skill set?
Huh?
You would teach your daughter this skill set?
Hold that pussy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, it's a good. It's
No,
good
that's
too.
not.
Some
You focus.
of the most prominent women in history were master seducers. Master seducers.
Cleopatra.
There you go.
But that's the art of
She was
negotiation, right?
She was a seducer,
Regardless
but
of sex.
Cleopatra, Danny _list. I'm taking on all arguments. Glorified gold digger. That's all she was.
And if you take on his argument, I'm just telling you, I'm full warning you. Please be careful and make sure you got your shit lined up.
Oh, he got.
I've gotten into it with this man. I've lost about twice out of 3 times so far. I'm still trying to figure out when you want I did
What was
with.
that? Wait, I got reading seats. What was that third one?
We're not doing that to me today. I was on time today, okay? I can't, yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was his drink. I was like, you are.
That's
Hey, you just gonna throw paper in the shit? Alright, next topic.
Hold on. You guys brought it today, huh? Appreciate y'all. Y'all come up with some good shit.
Well, yeah, you brought the table today. You
I
know,
thought you about to get some bad news. You know somebody real nice and shit. Right. What you about to tell me, dog?
right.
I've moved on. I have another podcast now.
I would chop them off at the knees. I would chop them off at the knees.
Well, like you got served.
Look,
You
this is
showed
the
me
reason
what
why
you do.
this shit needs to.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta do
Hold on.
this
The
shit
first
correctly.
question was yours?
Huh?
The first question, that was yours?
Yeah.
Yours was sticky too. Yours was sticking too. You said that. That's the.
Talk some shit.
Only reason I want to go next is just not even too much to put my own opinion because if you're on my page, you know I eat damn near everything: food, ass, pussy, and food at the same time. Shout out my wife. But I have some data.
You eat food, ass,
Same time. I put the burger on top of the ass. Put his head like this.
Alright, we good now.
Back.
All right, so we
I
was
ain't
bullshit
got
for a
the
second. Back to the topic. The topic being shaved or not shaved for 2010.
And look,
Danny-
and that's when people start.
Danny said he wants to shave. He wants to shave.
He wants to shave.
I don't want to shave it, but
He don't want,
Right.
he don't want double.
No
work.
man wants to be down there like.
My data
so
shows.
therapeutic.
My data show for my followers, 67% of men and women prefer skinning their animals, as we would say.
Well,
Who else wants
please
to?
skin animal.
At least pre-skin.
Yeah, I got it. Nah, I can't.
No more than 5
I
o'clock.
can't.
Show.
I can't. Yeah, definitely. Because me, I go ham.
You go ham.
Jumping on the top rope.
Call me the Cookie Monster while I'm down that motherfucker. I'm going ham, so I need it.
Fingers too?
Yeah, I would fingers too.
6 fingers.
Fingers.
6 fingers. She
Nah.
ain't dilated yet. God damn. You ain't dilated yet. That's baby talk. You ain't lying.
3 F's.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Fingers, fist, and foot.
Oh, never. I don't know that.
I almost got you.
I'm gonna set that shit out, yo.
I see it. But it's got it, yeah. And I mean, I think that 2018, as you can see, like we were talking about in the last couple episodes, that it's becoming a more sexual environment, you know, in society and everything like that. So I think that as the women and men, as everybody starts to, you know, show their sexuality and start to, you know, show off and stuff like that, yeah, I think everybody's going to be pretty much shaved.
Listen.
Some people like that.
When
You
you
guys-
guys listen, yo.
We're going to start off with listen. He really wants
Like,
to
oh,
listen.
shit.
You guys not following the culture, right? Shaved is nice, okay? It's really nice.
He likes the landing strip.
But
He wants the college.
hair's coming back, yo. Pussy hair's coming back. It's coming. It's making a slight comeback. Just the same way that, like, I think underarm hairs and leg hairs and all that shit's coming back. I don't fuck with
Wait,
that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. It's coming back. That shit's coming
For the
back.
majority or for these
Select
outliers?
group.
Yeah.
I think, like,
You better shave
people-
your fucking armpits.
people, yeah, shave your armpits, please. But I mean, a little hair on the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Not enough to like to suck up the stench of the pussy and just hold it there for hours and hours and days
Suck
and days.
up the stench of the pussy and hold it there.
Yeah, hold it there.
Nigga, I might be vegan. Suck up the stench of the
There's
pussy.
no reason you should get down there and have
Oh,
to second guess
God.
anything.
All right,
You shouldn't have to second guess a motherfucker.
I think we've seen that before. Have you seen that before? You
See
haven't
what?
seen that
See
before?
what? You
No.
smelled it or seen it?
Wow, this stench has been aged.
It's like that. It's like
Like,
That
Wash
is
circuit
that's much.
2020.
Okay, that's much. But if you keep it neat, but it's there,
I said, I mean, a landing strip ain't too bad.
I'm good. It's not even
So,
a strip.
ooh.
Like if they want to let it, like, you know, Do it. Run its
You know,
course. Let it run its course.
No, hell no. Get that motherfucker a shape up at least.
Y'all watch porn, yo?
But,
Everybody watch porn?
Oh, dog.
Yeah,
Yes.
you want that dog
Don
king.
King. Get the fuck out.
Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that facial hairs. So you saying something between Danny's and you? Definitely not me.
Yeah,
We ain't going this deep, right?
Don't compare my face to
This is
his
too
dog.
much.
I'm not going
That's
anywhere
something
near to
to
look like
that's
that.
something-
This is stinky pussy hairs. Hey, Mom, this is stinky.
Hey, Bobby, look. That's what
This is stinky
right
pussy
there.
pussy left.
Yeah.
So somewhere between y'all two, or is that show the camera
Well,
right
Danny
there?
got a 5 o'clock shadow.
This is what
That's 5 o'clock. I'm cool with this.
I'll forgive this.
That's a
I'll forgive this.
no. This
I
is-
can deal with that,
This right
but
here
that's
is
the first I can go.
that's what we like to call in the business
In the business, this motherfucker.
It's a
In the business.
the politician. That's the
Stinky
politician.
pussy. I'm cool with that. And that right there is so.
How about that?
But there's too much in this right here. Get the fuck out my inbox. Get out my DMs though. I don't got nobody in my DMs.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah,
clarified
try to
that.
fry me, motherfucker.
You are the
But I'm
fry.
saying, yeah, right
See,
there.
that's that rug burn.
Yeah, I need
Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. This
No,
is
that's
not-
the shit that when you go inside of it, the hair comes in with your dick, and
Ooh,
you feel like
the prickly,
yeah,
the prickly
I hate, I
pussies.
don't fuck with that shit.
Prickly
That's
pussies.
the only bad
don't
part. That's
fuck
the
with-
thing about the 5 o'clock shadows, because if you get the prickly, then
Oh yeah.
you know you can kind of feel that a little.
That's when you just play the clip. You don't even pay attention to the lips.
Yeah,
Open
that's
them
true.
up,
That's when you do.
Play the clip, play the hole, and just it's like being out of bounds. You don't want to go out of bounds.
Is that the pussy
Yeah,
eating dance?
This is pussy eating dance.
That's the so we gonna mix that up with Dion.
I'll just keep it simple. Look, why you just take it out of the cup?
Because I wanted
He likes to pick it up. He likes to
pick
he
it
likes
up
to
and
feel
I
the
like
cup,
moving around.
shake it around.
Yeah, shake it around. Let him shake it.
He be alright.
Let him shake it. Wipe it off. Pick it up.
Yo,
Like you
My
said,
God.
All right, next topic. Next topic.
They all like stuck
Why don't you take
together.
the one that fell down? That fell down by itself.
Yeah, that's probably
That's fine.
take the one that fell.
what we got there.
All
Man,
right.
how much you bench?
And,
Shout out to all my questionnaires out there.
You said too soon.
Okay. All right. What would you do if you saw your parents' partner,
Oh my God.
Oh,
partner's family member? What?
yeah, naked. Buck ass naked.
What kind of
would you do
naked?
if you saw your partner's family member?
Quick shout out. This is from the mother-in-law. She watches the show every Sunday. She wanted to bring this up.
So,
So, which is wild, right?
Is
Wild.
this a topic from her distant past? And she just
I don't know, bro. We never know that deep. Listen, I gotta live with these motherfuckers.
What was I supposed to
We're gonna
do?
keep this real topical.
she said,
I tried.
Not only just a mother-in-law, but anybody. We saw your
You saw your partner's
sister,
family member.
brother,
if you saw, so if you saw your in-laws,
any in-law, yeah, butt ass nigga. Like you go into the kitchen, y'all seen the memes, and they just bent over, or vice versa. If your girl,
What you try to do
well, I guess
is to
you
go ahead.
no, sorry.
No, you didn't cut off anybody.
I didn't.
No, nobody went yet, so you good.
I think what you try to do, because your point, if they are bending over into the fridge,
Or just naked. Let's say coming out of the shower.
do they know you seen them?
They for this case, no, they did not know. They did not know.
Don't know.
They did not know.
You try to back out and gracefully get away
Right. Don't say
with the
nothing.
knowledge that you have without making more of a scene.
Do you tell your partner, or do you just say fuck it? I don't even want to make it.
It depends who it is. If it's their cousin and she's sexy as fuck, and then you know that you shouldn't have seen that, and she's not.
You know you should have seen that. You should have saw it. Boy, I should have saw that ass.
Then you can't tell. But if it's like,
Like the old ass grandmama.
yeah,
Titties
then
down
you
her
tell.
ankles.
You definitely tell. That's a good story. That's a real good
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
I
It's
saw
not
that.
a good story as a cousin,
That's
even
a
if
good
you
story
don't
for
want
her.
it. But fuck,
Just because it's a cousin and it might be anywhere relatively close to like
too close, yo.
too close to it.
Their level of fuckability. It's an inverse
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly.
We're gonna do that.
There's a Goldilocks zone.
As
for
that goes
shit.
up,
Yeah.
your honesty must come. But
Come down.
I feel like you got something wrong. What you say, Dan?
what would I do? Or,
Yeah. They don't know. You're in the kitchen or your bathroom. They come out of the bathroom. You going upstairs to the cat, and they
And
shit.
you can
So
see
this, so this, and this hypothetical implies that I'm married, right?
Yes. Or in a relationship, no. You could be like meeting
Oh.
your family.
Or it could be a sex bot.
We're gonna add that later.
If it's a community sex bot, then
He fucking the shit out of the sex bot mother-in-laws.
No, yo, whole time, me and Danny been bidding on
cousin.
the sex bot for this room, yo.
I think we should get a sex
We
bot.
on eBay bidding on it right now.
yeah.
Well, how do you feel about it?
It's only up to 382. I think
Everybody gonna get a fucking sex bot.
I think we have a good shot.
We do. We really do.
As of last night, I was the highest bidder at 386.
Oh my god.
And
Sips wine.
I'm almost afraid. I'm almost afraid to win. Like I'm almost afraid to win.
She tough though. She tough though. You appreciate it.
Y'all ain't even see the sex spot. We'll
I
talk
ain't
about
seen
it.
either,
So what do you
live here
thoughts?
in the dark.
Oh, okay. So if I walked in on an in-law, naked, I would. I mean, I'd probably walk out. It's not worth the fight. That's one of those things. I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm say, Danny, you're taking this to the grave.
To the
So you're not
grave.
telling nobody.
That's a skeleton. That's
Did you
gonna
come
stay
on this
close.
podcast and you tell us without?
Okay, that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah, that's bro
so, like,
talk.
don't tell my wife at that time, but then I'll tell the world. Hey, everybody!
Honey, you gonna like this, honey. Right.
Hey, sweetie. So don't watch this one, but next week.
Next week.
Right.
Nah.
How you feel about it? It could be it could be the mother-in-law, it could be the sister, whoever.
I'm a
It
scream.
could also be it could be a guy too. It could be a guy too. Imagine how fucking awkward that is.
If it's a guy, I mean,
And they don't see you, I'm really walking the fuck away because I really don't want him to know that.
Yeah, I
No,
like that
hell
one.
no.
If it's a dude,
Like,
what if
I'm
we
ready
make
to
eye
go and
contact?
like pour alcohol in my eyes.
Like this too, motherfuckers say.
What if we both naked?
like a gym locker
We
room.
gotta fight. You put your
You're not fighting.
Go put your clothes on and come back.
Look, yeah, you put your clothes on. I put my clothes on. You guys see me, nigga. Like, listen,
Right, no, that's a different story. Yeah, we gotta fight you.
that's a fight to the death.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take that one away, and I mean, it depends. Like you said, if it's the hot cousin or something like that, nah, I ain't see shit. If it's
shit.
yeah, then yeah, all right.
If it's grandma, you make it talk
You
to
gonna
her.
believe this shit?
You was grandma,
She ain't
you
gonna hear you, though. Why? She be butt nigga. Why?
Get your ass out.
Oh,
Grandma, you
grandma.
gotta put your nightgown on.
People, they go deaf early.
But yeah,
You said
that's all.
50, grandma 54.
You know black folks.
Diabetes.
Niggas.
Also, I figured we covered that question. We gonna pretty much
Did we cover that question?
We backed away. We gonna back away. Don't say shit. Now, what if you're asked? Like, did you see my mom?
What if it's your grandma?
You don't know if anybody saw
Do
you?
you lie? Because it's only
No.
you and that person.
No,
You tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
What happened upstairs?
Because for me, just because if somebody asks me that question, I already know that I saw it.
Even if it's a sexy cousin.
Even if it's a sex
See,
cousin,
that's-
I'm coming.
that's
You
just
tell us. Tell us
That's
more.
tough.
We can't talk about
Because
it.
it's like this. If it's the sexy cousin, right? And like, what if you walk back into the bedroom, like it's like her family house, and you shit hard?
What the fuck happened? You like, listen, it was cold outside.
It wasn't
Cold
Can't be
outside.
cold outside.
It was warm outside.
Hold on.
Look, the
What if
wrong,
it's grandma?
the wrong
She used to
breeze
be
cook my
sexy.
shit. Huh?
She used to be sexy shit. Big
You
ass.
wanna fuck
titties.
somebody's grandmother, yo. He didn't say
No,
grandmother.
no,
We
no,
got this. We didn't move ass and said,
Oh,
he said grandmother titties ain't that saggy.
No, they are sexy.
Okay.
Listen.
She's not naked, but she has on like one of those
Granny
nightgowns that the
clothes?
grannies like to wear,
Oh.
and they leave the boobs hanging all the way to the belt loops. Did
All
you
the way
see
to the
them?
belt.
Oh.
Then you stop and talk and have a chat, and
No.
you see the nipples poking right about
No.
here.
No.
You stop and have a chat. Then you drink some milk, maybe make a sandwich. What
No.
the fuck you do then?
No, I'm good, yo.
You see, that's not a position you may not be in life. We probably will all be there at one point.
I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's like a rite of passage. I saw my girl's
Yeah,
grandma's
that's not a goal for me.
Oh, like I don't.
That's not a goal for me.
You
So I-
said that's like a goal for you?
No, it's not a goal.
You said that's like a goal for
It
you.
is a goal.
The only reason you
I
go to
secretly
family reunions.
masturbate. I'm like, boy, wait till them old ass motherfucking titties come out, boy.
Boy, I'm like, motherfucker. So you said it already happened?
They got
Twice.
experience, yo. They know what to do with those
Twice.
titties. They can throw them around your neck. Bam.
Bring that ass here.
Let them show the titties, boy.
Show the titties.
That's actually probably the nastiest thing I've done. We don't talk about it here.
That was a good play though. I didn't think about wrapping somebody's titty around your shoulder. You want to try that though? Like before you die, lick a shoulder titty.
I think that even after I've died, if that happened to me,
That's hell.
I'm coming back in the form of a demon. Everybody's got to see me. I'm gonna be
Everybody show the titties.
walking down the street. They be like, yo, I did nothing. I'm just
shit.
tipping the shoulder.
Show the titties. All right, next topic.
Please.
What we got? Topic man.
Alright, what was more
I'm going down
iconic,
to
the Dougie or the Charleston?
The Charleston's still going, yo.
Listen, hi to Charleston.
The Charleston, people still know what it is,
Yeah,
yo.
that was a go ahead.
Yeah,
No, that was a subtopic.
I like the middle. I
I like
like that.
that.
That was cool.
This nigga said the Dougie or the Charleston.
All right, what would?
Who the fuck put that? Oh! Hey, yo, I wrote this, but I didn't put that in there, though. I put it there. Somebody put that in. My G, I put it aside. Somebody, I didn't even feel like it. Who did this, yo? That's fucking shit.
Y'all see that show? What the fuck?
Somebody, listen, I started the question.
What
but I
would?
threw it away, but somebody folded that motherfucker.
What would?
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
It's time for the money question.
What would?
Dorothy, what do you win?
So now we gotta do it like Jeopardy.
No, hold on. What answer? What would?
That's two
You gotta
philosophical
say it
things.
with H's in the front, yo.
What would?
What would?
What would?
Oh, we not high enough for this.
No, we need
We don't
high
smoke
enough.
weed. I don't smoke weed.
I've
Continue.
never-
Never. What is weed? Weed as in.
Alright, I got a good one for you.
That's
fellas.
what weed fuck on.
Alright, it's alright. What is the next era of fashion going to look like?
Ooh, I know this motherfucker put it
That
out.
was me.
Actually, I did.
Oh, alright, yeah, you a
This
fashion.
nigga Marvin is like.
Are
Next era.
we talking cultural fashion? Our culture?
Is it restricted to a sex or was it across all?
No, it's just. I mean,
Everybody's
as you
gonna be
go.
wearing skirts in a little bit.
What?
Well, we kind people already.
We all wearing skinny jeans now.
No, think.
Right.
Think
I mean,
about
look,
it.
So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
I'll put it. I'll start. So it depends. If we're talking hip hop culture, every little like fashion trend that was started, even dances were noticed, made fun of, replicated, then became the norm. So we had think about it. What was that dude's name? Rich Homie Quan, the little dance thing. And then we all made do the Quan. We all made fun of him. Like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
It became a song where people were getting viral hits from doing this dumbass dance.
Yeah.
And then we talk about clothes. Everybody was wearing baggy clothes back when it was cool to wear tight. Then you been, oh, he's a hoodlum. You go to early 2000s, everybody's dressing like that. And then now you have the people that was wearing the sweatpants, the sweatshirts as, pants. Oh, that's dumb as hell, the first rapper that did that. Everyone started doing that.
Oh, you mean like drop crotch?
Yeah.
Drop crash.
Yeah.
Sweatshirt.
Is that what it's called? Listen. It's a damn sweatshirt. Anyway, so I think you said, what's the future of fashion?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the next era of fashion is gonna look like?
Whatever rappers were doing a year ago.
No. Not a year ago, but you are right. Fashion is one of them things that like they take shit from way past.
It's
Cyclical.
Yeah,
It comes back.
so like something will come back that was cool in the fucking 70s or the 80s, but then you'll just do it in a different way. You know what I mean? Like
you think disco
big
shirts
clothes,
are coming
big.
back?
You talked about
But that tight
2000s.
shit definitely has been back in the
Yeah,
day.
but now
Yeah, the disco, like,
Kanye
the
brought
sparkle
back with the
shit.
Yeezy shit, bringing back like sweatpants as fucking real as like top notch clothes, and then also wearing them baggy, not wearing them loose, wearing big ass t-shirts and big ass free size t-shirts are kind of in now. You know what I'm saying?
Remember
Like,
free size? Everybody from Baltimore.
Wow.
Remember free size?
You know what?
Like
Like
down
this
here?
kind of talk. Yeah, I
Yo,
remember.
what-
Yo, I was
that's
a free
just
size
yo.
T King. Yo,
What's
like I
free
had
size?
like.
you don't know what free size is?
Oh,
You
yeah,
guys
too
remember,
young.
I was
Too
born
young.
in the 90s.
Yeah, so it was the
Yeah.
time where
He
you
was
would wear
wearing
shorts
shoes to him,
and
yo.
your shirt would be
Like
past
down
your
here,
shorts.
like right here.
So you would think
Shirt
something
would be past your shorts.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah,
would
but
shirt.
some that went to the ankles too.
Yeah, they did.
Long
It's white tee. Everything else.
I kind of fear you guys are talking about this like it was a good thing.
No, it was.
Yo, I love the free
intriguing.
size. I love the
It was
free size.
intriguing.
Crazy, yo.
When I first saw it, I was like, "Is this motherfucking naked?" And then he pulled his shirt out. I said,
So y'all were basically walking around in like jersey dresses.
"Bro, I didn't know about it. I was late to it." And I went to this class I was going to.
I had a whole drawer.
Imagine if
I hope
Nick's
all my
t-shirt
90s
right
kids
here
are watching
just went
this,
to your ankles.
slapping their foreheads.
No, they're doing some kind of
Man,
drug.
shout out to my
They doing
motherfucking
some kind of
80s
drug
babies.
right now.
Yeah, 80s.
Shout out to
Some
the
kind
80s,
of
baby.
Free size was dope because you go to a party, you
said
pull
the
your
dress
t-shirt,
babies?
you get in the dance, you like this and shit, you doing this shit, you trying, your man in the back holding you up like
Yeah.
you make sure
Yeah,
you're good,
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
fall
yeah.
back, Marvin got your back, and then you got his back too. Next thing you know, Nick come out of nowhere, he jump on a girl,
But
he go like this, in the air,
Because I'm little,
in the
right?
parties.
Is that why I look like this? Because I'm little.
But look, I don't think that's exclusive to wearing a skirt. I think that people do that anyway.
It's just a culture of
It was,
time.
yeah, it was
that
just a
happened.
culture of time.
So you're saying it's cyclical, whatever it was is gonna come back,
coming back.
fade out, come back.
Yeah.
What you saying, Mark?
The next era of fashion, I believe, is it is probably going to have something to do with the past. Like you said, it's going to pull from the past, but I think it's actually, I have to say this because every time we do something as it's being replicated, as Danny said, as it's being replicated, we do tend to add on our own little twist to it. You know what I mean? So that does give it the evolution era to it. It does evolutionize and revolutionize that part of that fashion sense. So like, Chucks, like at one point in time, Chucks was the shit. And then they went out and now they coming back in. But the way they doing them, for instance, like these motherfuckers, I had to buy these bitches. So, and I seen, I know Denzel, he got a few pairs. I'm like, I gotta get them bitches. So.
He stole them.
Yeah, you ain't had to put them on first.
That's messed up.
Say no. But I do think that fashion does have its way of repeating itself. But as it turns out, we do add our own little quirkiness to it to make it a little bit more revolutionized.
Yeah.
I think the lines will continue to be blurred. If you notice, a lot of these college campuses, they're not even males or females or misters or misses. It's like I identify myself as X, or I forgot some of the terminology, but like you got people who at any given time don't even feel that they're any one thing. So sometimes I feel like a man. So I feel like that's somewhat of the trend that we're going in with these newer generations, and the line of being male or female or androgynous or whatever your sexuality be, and then directly correlating that to a certain garb.
Right.
And then also, you got to also culturally, for thousands of years, or at least hundreds of years, if you like, Muslim, some stuff that we would look at and say, man, that's a long ass dress. It's a habib. What is that? Come on, help me out. What is the name?
Hijab.
Hijab. Yeah. Say it again.
Habib.
Yeah, that was. Oh, wait, that was so. Don't say it again.
I'm
Listen,
not.
but for some cultures, what they wear is already taboo outside of what we consider normal anyway. Mm-hmm. So I think as the lines were culturally, and then this new generation, they identifying themselves with not being one set sexuality or person. It's not even. We might just fuck around and be butt naked in 100 years.
You ain't lying.
I was like,
please, being butt ass naked.
Yo, a trend. There's a trend going on right now. All girls are wearing like see-through bras. You can see nipples and shit.
That is true.
In the gym,
see-through dresses.
Yeah,
they go out. They go to. So they wear. You can see their underwear underneath. Some of them don't wear bras and shit underneath.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a lot of looking, sir.
You said
if they're out there, you're not gonna look.
You got it.
I'm looking,
and I'm like, you guys look at that shit.
Ooh, that's a good time. We'll get to the next time. You take your time.
So we're gonna have to make that a topic one day.
You are blurring lines. While right now, women are wearing see-through things.
That's right.
So
How long before you wearing see-through joggers?
Me, I wouldn't do it for two reasons. All right, the most corny.
The
corniest reason. Now, G, listen, I'm gonna look that to you real quick. Number one, I'm married, right? Oh Lord, he's married. But dog, I ain't wearing that see-through. You know how you got swingers and you got showers? Was it showers and then you got
growers? Showers and growers.
All right, so we haven't go which one I am, but.
Good.
I want to be head. You can't be see-through and, you know what I'm saying? That's not the best, it's cold outside.
So you basically say...
No.
He's a grower, yo.
It's okay.
It depends on the temperature. It really depends if I say it's an alley hoop. If it's warm, my G, you catch from the basketball court,
let him know.
I'm motherfucking, I'm doing a goddamn
2 to 5 still constitutes as a grower, yo.
It isn't.
2 to 5? What kind of research did you do? Now I'm thinking like, was it 3.5? What was it? So, we got any more input on fashion and how it's going?
How we even come? Oh, because you talked about see-through pants. Listen, see-through pants come out.
I'm trying to get away from me, man.
Listen, the second that male see-through pants come out,
don't spot me on the bench. I swear to God, we fighting.
On God.
Yeah, if you know a dude and he's wearing those and he's like, hey, yo, no, got your fight, got
So
your
here's the issue. Here's the issue. Because if you're wearing them and another dude's wearing them and y'all make eye contact, either y'all fighting now or y'all go together.
No, I ain't gonna like it's cool. It's something like dip. So if I'm like, yo, what's up, yo? All right, dog, how's you later, pimp?
Hell no.
I don't even look. But you like, this what's up, mom? You like,
yo,
nigga.
the second you see it, you gotta start throwing up fake signs. Because you gotta get your masculinity back.
No, I'm sorry, but even if I wouldn't wear them, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if I was wearing them and another dude was wearing them, I'm not dapping them up, yo, because that's too awkward.
You can't, you
guys
be like,
both y'all just swinging and shit like, what's up, yo?
Now, I'll tell you what I would wear.
I don't want people to see the bruises I have on my thigh.
I would wear them, check this out. If I was a single man, like my, I'm a
Hold on.
single man.
If
And
you
one
were
of my
Mike-
classes
if
like Maul.
If
Go
you
to
were
our
Mike
page.
Actually, if you was Mike Actually, Mike, hold on, Mike.
Mike actually, who that?
Mike Actually.
His last name is actually on
Let's
it.
get
Yeah,
rid of
when
I thought it was Mike Tucker 3 on it.
Not him, not him, not him. Mike, that's with in the gym. Who?
Oh, okay.
Single Mike.
I got it.
You know what I'm
Did we say something stupid?
saying?
Hey yo,
Next topic.
I think that was part of the other question.
Hey, Mike,
shaved or no shaved?
Got a little fur. That's
like-
like, which one of y'all motherfuckers put y'all pubic hairs on?
Oh shit, nigga, that's a bed bug, yo.
No damn bad bug.
Don't play with me, son. I'll get
Everybody
back.
you
I
ain't
will
see through
fly
Jones?
out of this bitch. Yo, I had look.
You had bed bugs?
Yeah, I had bad bugs.
Yeah, they
before,
terrible.
man.
You
No.
movie theaters and
I
all
would
that.
run out of here ass naked.
Yo,
And
throw
burn
my
all
shit
this
to dry
food.
when you get this. Like seriously, that's the only way to kill them motherfuckers with heat.
I'm
This shit
like,
is
this
train.
fucking,
Yeah,
who's the fucking crocodile
who's
hunter?
driving this train, yo?
Alright, so we on to the next topic.
Good
No,
shit.
no, that's it, no
Next
shit.
topic. Next topic.
Y'all didn't want structure.
I like what we're doing here. Next
Yeah,
topic.
this is better. When is it okay for people to return
I
to
gotta
that?
move this though. This is fucking me off.
That's why I didn't put my hand on it because I'm like, somebody tried to set me up.
You swear you're nasty ass.
When is it okay for people to return to their place in society after committing an act of violence against their spouse?
That was Nick.
I thought that,
That's an old topic. That's an
Yeah, it's an
old.
old
It
topic.
doesn't matter. We keep him in there.
No, that's
Nah,
no, you don't.
Move that
Nah,
on.
move that on.
We killed that one.
Yeah.
Did we?
We killed
Yeah,
it.
I think you probably gave some real good insight on it. Psych. Go ahead. I said psych. That's old nigga shit. Psych.
I mean, well,
Oh, shit. Got one for you guys.
All right. There.
Are cougars and sugar daddies based on the same principles?
Do they follow the same rules? You saying?
No. Cougars want the dick. Sugar daddies want the. I guess that is the same.
No. Because
Right there, he's like,
all right, Bob.
because sugar daddies don't want this.
Bob, you go first on this one.
I think that they are basically, I think that they are along the lines of the same principle. However, I think that sugar daddies are more so used for their money, but
Shit.
You don't think cougars are?
Shit.
cougars can
Cougars
be.
got the hand, boy.
But at the same token, it's more likely for a female.
Yo, he
to have
is
a
fucking
sugar
somebody's grandmother. He got excited about grandmothers, slaying titties, and now he cougars. Man, cougars got a goddamn cougars. I'm sorry. Finish.
hold
I
on.
just
I want everybody do me a favor. Do me a favor. If
send
you
your
see,
grandmother IG page.
send it right through the DM. But look, if you see
She
it
don't
looking
gotta
hard
go
next time
over
we talk about
the time.
grandmothers, yo, shoot us a DM so we can look back at the
Yo,
footage.
if your grandmother got a DM, I really do want her to follow.
Finish what I'm saying.
No, let's be honest. Some of y'all got some bad grandmas, yo.
My grandmother dead, my G. So
Man, you're morbid in the shit out of it.
Right. I'm not even saying
that's a
something.
joke. And you might be into that type of shit, but what were you saying? Finish that. That's his
You know
question.
my grandma, I'm gonna shoot you.
No, I don't want nobody grandmother.
If you hit my grandmama, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, that's something right there.
Hey.
Click, clap, pow.
It's okay, grandson.
So you say the
Hey,
kind
yo,
of
hey, no,
Yo, I got quiet as shit.
he said something like grandson.
Right, and he dapping me up though, like,
strong
and there
man,
wasn't
too.
even nothing I can do about it at that point.
It's
You know,
okay,
like,
little buddy.
But
He gonna be alright.
sugar daddies, I believe that they're more so used for their money versus cougars. Gentlemen can use a cougar for their money, but more so it's for the pussy.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Because
Oh, yeah.
a lot of times the cougar.
60-year-old.
No, they could be 45. Cougars. What is a cougar? Matter of fact, let's define what the fucking age limit.
Ooh,
What's a
10 years
cougar?
split.
Technically, y'all could be a sugar daddy.
I would say- I would
10
say-
years split makes
I
a
could.
cougar, yo.
Yeah.
10-year split makes a
Probably
cougar.
y'all.
I think so.
No.
12.
My wife watching. I ain't sugar daddy and nobody.
Okay, 12 years split. 12
I
years
think
split.
it's a 12-year split. Reason being is because my sister's 7 years older than me, so it's like that 3 years. No, it got to be a little bit older than that.
You could be a young cougar,
So
so you could
if
be a
your
late
sister-
20s to a 18-year-old man and be a cougar, right? Probably. You like 28 and a dude 19, is that a cougar? What?
Yo, if Dane is dating his sister,
I'm still confused.
This one,
he brought his sister up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Hold on, dude.
Hey,
Did the camera catch the waves?
Hey,
Did
look.
the camera catch the waves?
Alright, stop.
Hey, yo, just in case my brother-in-law was watching, no offense, brother.
No, yeah, we just having fun. We don't. Yeah,
It's just funny.
I'm just a 24-year-old. No, they don't.
Fuck you with a poker
Alright,
stick.
go ahead.
My God.
So pretty much you're saying one is used for the financial
I
gain.
think one is used
for
more
the
so for
physical.
one is used more so for the physical. One is more so for the financial.
So, and what was the question again? Make sure we actually answer the
Are
question.
cougars and sugar daddies
Based
based
on
on the same
something.
Whose
principle?
question?
Okay, so
whose question?
the principles are outlined by Marv. It's somewhat of a different
So
thing.
12 years split.
What do I
12 years
think?
split.
Sugar daddies feel like get played. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna put nobody out, but they're probably watching, and they had a few different sugar daddies. Sugar daddies, I feel like you're in a not an advantageous position. Like you're kind of on the whim of whenever they need something, and then they can kind of decide if they're bad what they're even gonna give you to get it.
Right.
So you've heard some of the comedians talking about, well, let me just fill your titty, and you get like $100. A cougar usually implies Nicole Murphy. Y'all know Nicole Murphy, right?
Shit.
She's already bad. She's probably prosperous financially, right? She got enough money. She don't even need you. She just has maybe an age advantage, which that means better cooking, because these young bitches can't cook, right?
Nah.
Right? Nah, I ain't gonna let you on here. Nah, they can't cook.
itself.
They can't cook, and their sexual proclivities and their ability to perform in the bed is usually trash as well. They could be physically
cougars,
bad and can't do nothing. Cougars have learned through trial and error how to suck a dick and feed you up. Well cooked, medium well steak with
I
some
disagree with
eggs,
that.
Walter's grapes, and we keep going with the Biggie breakfast.
You think
It's
the cougars suck more better dick?
No, I think the difference between the two, right, is
That
that
experience.
further accurate on what he
in your experience,
in
the
my
cougars suck better dick than the young girl.
I would say just based off the numbers. If I would extrapolate the numbers of years versus dick that you suck within a certain amount of time, and I multiply that out, your experience only gets better.
No, I think, but I think shit like that is like, it's not necessarily just a learned talent. You can get better, but it's like that old head that's 45 years old, played basketball his whole life, but still can't stroke consistently
good
from
point.
the outside. If
Perfect
you got it, you got it. I've had some.
I like that.
You know what I mean? There's some young girls that put you in
got
the
it.
world in.
You know why? Because their mama's a cougar who been sucking dick
For 35
and Tom
years.
said, babe, you gotta hit him with this.
I'm sorry, I think that the cougar just will give you all the blues because at this point in time,
So
she don't
yes.
give a fuck,
The
so.
cougar wants you so bad. That's the difference, yo.
Yeah.
Our
Cougar
YouTube
wants you-
audience,
Cougar wants
he
you
was
way
just
more than a
simulating
20-year-old.
sucking a dick.
Not sucking a dick, how I like my dick suck. And ladies, it's
But
called a screwdriver.
Notice he didn't put his mouth into it.
I didn't see. If I went like this, please. When they play this back, I hope I didn't go like this. Yo. No, you did. I hope I didn't go like this. Shit. All right, what do you think? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean,
Is there a
based-
difference, and what is the difference?
I say it's based on the same premise, you know, that and the same principal premise, whatever the question is. Power. It's power.
Yeah.
Sugar daddies get with a younger chick because there's a sense of reliability there. She needs you. You know, hey, you want to get this done right here. Here's a couple grand. Just take care of yourself. Sugar mamas have the same thing. They don't want a relationship with these
No, I
dudes.
don't want that shit.
Nah, but as a younger dude, if she's like, in her 40s, 50s, and she's like, all right, but she's throwing money. I mean, the dude's like, I can throw this out.
You want to fuck her.
Yeah.
But these girls don't want to fuck sugar daddies.
Huh?
Yeah, you got some of them girls who just need it for
You
need it just for the financial gain, so they just like fuck it, I gotta do this.
For both the sugar
But that's
daddy,
not. But you don't always want to
Your
fuck
baby
sugar
mama fuck me better when the rent's due.
for both the sugar. I want you to touch on this. I feel like you're going towards it. For both the sugar daddy and the cougar, is it their final chance, their midlife crisis to feel young again, despite the whole financial? Is it also their chance to be like, fuck, I just want my last dip into that pool of eternity?
Well, I would probably say that. My bad.
I'm sorry, is you?
Let them finish reading.
Well, I would say that for a woman, probably, say she's 50, she's probably gonna get a better experience out of it. Even a 25-year-old that doesn't know what he's doing, but he's slinging pipe at 100 miles per hour. She's gonna get better than the dude who's gonna be playing Barry White and catching a cramp when around the third minute.
You got 3 strokes.
My hip.
Right, she will get the better experience.
To add to that, when you're 20 years old, you've been looking at Ferraris all your life. From 10 to 20. You can't afford it at 20. You may can't afford it at 30. You may can't afford it at 40 or 50. You turn 60, you get that retirement bonus or whatever. You can get that Ferrari. You just got to pay for it. So now maybe it's not all about being young, it's like I can finally
Time.
fuck that 10 that could be a 10.5.
Oh yeah.
If there was if the scale went that high.
Yeah,
I like that. I like
if you're
that.
a dude, you know, your average looking dude at at 15, that's not super cool. If your average looking dude at 25 is also not super cool. But if your average looking dude at 35 and you're doing some things with your life, then you can get that dope ass looking 19, 20 year old.
Easy.
Yeah.
And then that, like you said, that's where that switch.
Yeah,
but I don't think
that
the
is.
12-year thing is applicable. No, I think if the younger person's in their 20s or from 18 to 30, I guess, then 12 year maybe. But if you're 34, right, and she's 46, I don't think
That's
that's
too close. Yeah,
I think that's a sugar daddy.
That's my
dating.
homie sister who I liked back in high school.
Yeah, that's right.
You need me with like a 50-60.
I think it happened.
What, like 35?
Yeah, like a 55-60 is
If
probably
you
cool.
are
I
a
think-
sugar daddy and you going for someone in their 30s, then you're not a sugar daddy.
Kind of not.
No, you are.
Oh,
You fucking 70.
Yeah,
You 80 or 70.
Yeah, that's true though. Because
That's your
if you're 60
granddaughter.
and she 40, then yeah, you're
A
still
20-year difference.
I think that sugarness.
Ooh, about to get hashtag sugar. Hashtag sugarness.
Hashtag sugarness. The next show gets a shout out. Sugarness.
I like that shit.
But no, so I think.
Sugar
But
tits.
after you hit 30, I think that it has to go on a times 2 ratio.
We got a whole
Because
equation.
29,
Yeah, we got a whole equation
a
with it.
41-year-old with a 29-year-old, I can still consider
Oh
that
my
a sugar
God.
situation.
You
But
could.
once it becomes 30 and 42, that's just dating.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
Yo, Danny
Oh, yeah.
is good with
Yo,
this
he
like
is like that
equation shit.
Yeah.
He's got a whole scale for dating. For like, look,
Dick out your mouth,
when you
bro.
meet a girl, right?
Oh shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, really.
No, you said a lot. I got these motherfucking rich shots. I just thought I
No, seriously, you guys may not know this. I don't know if he's went over this with you.
You think you got one more? We're good?
No, that was for him. I gave you.
My bad.
You ready to piece me
Shout out
up,
to everybody
man.
catching these shots out here,
One
man.
more.
Look.
You let me know, Danny. You let me know.
He's got a grading scale for when you meet a girl. If she's dating material, wife material, and all that shit,
Yeah.
we have to get into that at one of these.
We will. We
one of
definitely will.
Yeah,
Next topic, Bob.
Let's do it down the road.
All right,
Oh,
so
we
next
should do that shit with those girls. We about to go on the podcast next weekend.
I'm going to
Ooh.
be called chauvinist.
Maybe, but
Uh,
I'm back to you 100%.
But you know,
It's going to be a representation of you at this moment, and you will evolve and change
I'll put
your
it this
mind.
way.
It's not a show.
Everybody has their own type of like dating parameters. Whether it's avoiding the red flags and getting out of there. I just formulated a perfect system to calculate the girl.
Oh. Time will tell.
Can we talk about
If
that
this
with
system
those
is
girls?
formulated perfectly.
What's their podcast name?
Not yet. I'll get some more information. They're going to send
Did
me.
you hit them with that with ours?
They send me a photo shoot, and we're going to come together.
we're
with
gonna
a
talk about
media
this
package.
after the show.
We got some news coming up. We've been invited on a podcast.
Well, there
And
it
it's
is.
going to be 218. More details coming, but let's go up into the next time.
More details coming. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that info.
How you gonna tell them to get on top of it? Then you do the same damn thing.
Repeat it. Give me some. Give me some.
Verbatim.
It's all good, though.
I mean,
It's all good.
I had to back my man up though.
I take
Okay,
it.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so tune into it. We're gonna be.
That was even good, too. All right.
Is there still a stigma dating? Is there still a stigma dating a girl with a reputation? Can you Can you get
this
past
is you coming
the-
at me? I knew it.
pass that to pursue a relationship? And that is by Dre Squirtle.
Dre!
Dre
All right,
Squirtle.
Dre. Appreciate it. It's a good question.
What up, man?
You want to jump into it first? You smile like you want to. Who want to jump
That's
into
my
it
man.
first?
That's my man.
Listen.
Dre. Shout out Dre.
What'd you say?
He got he.
So we said.
Oh, so
a
Denzel
thought.
said,
Like a thought.
"Hell no."
Like you trying to turn her to a housewife.
Let's give up.
And what is a
You
hoe?
start off.
I'm not starting off.
Chick who?
I'm just going. I'm gonna add value to the
All right,
discussion.
further clarify.
Strippers, porn stars, girls that fuck dudes you know but aren't cool with, versus girls that fuck dudes that you are cool with. Where's the
Whole line?
where's the line? Where's the line where you can't be like,
Can I go first?
You Nikki.
Go ahead.
All right.
Nicky Nick.
If I was to unfortunately be single again,
Fortunately,
unfortunately. Did I say fortunately?
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna say, boy, it's gonna be an argument later. Nick, y'all gotta say me. Then you got to write this girl Bruce one time.
I heard fortunately, but I don't know.
What I
How does
care
it
about.
go?
I care about STDs. What I think is we all freaks. We all fucking. We all got skeletons in our closet. I think that you know, with the feminist movement and you guys know our history is. If the guy do it, he's the player, he the pimp, he gets the bro. If the girl do it, she's
Yeah.
I think, like I was saying earlier, the more you do anything, especially perfect practice makes, perfect technique, you're going to have to put those hours in. She's going to have to suck somebody, dick. She's going to have to ride somebody, dick. Why do we think that, okay, I'm going to fuck all these chicks? I'm one of them. If I'm fucking a whole bunch of chicks, I'm one of them.
Is it okay if it's Marvin's dick?
I made, what?
Is it okay if it was Marvin's dick?
I don't care who dick it is, as long as it ain't a dirty dick. If I had to deal with this vagina and then now I got something going on with me on a biological level, that's when I got a problem with it. Don't make it messy. So don't be the hoe. But listen, if you gotta put your reps in, right? The only way you get bigger in the gym is putting your reps in.
True.
So if she's
just don't do it on camera.
But think about it.
So if she's been spotting Marvin for the past 2 years, can she be your permanent spot?
All right, that's a good one. No, okay, this is a good one. No, that's all right. So let's say if she likes you. Now this is my man's. Now listen, it's also the degrees of separation between me and him. So let's say if I didn't know him and I saw him once every 5 years, right? And Baltimore small as it is anyway, I wouldn't give a fuck. But if it's like, let's say if she was fucking with him hard, and then for some reason we started talking, it would have to be definitely a conversation, and I probably still wouldn't be cool with it.
Yeah.
Now, if it wasn't any kind of like news, sent back and forth, no fucking, maybe I can get over it if I really love that person. But like if you show to your dick, or y'all fuck one day, you suck the titties and finger pop or something like that, then it's like, no, it's too many fish in the sea. Mm-hmm. Now I might still fuck her. We'll fuck her. But we gonna, but I can't. But you know what? Maybe I could. Maybe right now, the version of myself right now.
Yeah, well, mine's going for an hour.
Yeah, I couldn't get over it, but I'm a 50-year-old man, and I've read more, I experienced more, and I realized our times.
You were 48.
If I'm a 50-year, 2 more years, bitch. But I've lived on. I realized that all this stuff is it's a finite moment on this floating pebble in the middle of eternity.
Yeah, that was mine.
It might not matter to me, but you know what? Look, we all fucking anyway. Another thing too. It's because they say they ain't fucking. You know the number? What was that number? If a girl says she fucked 2 dudes, one of them. Yeah. So it's like, come on. They can even say they ain't doing it, but everybody's doing something somewhere. So more importantly for me is just come to the table with a clean plate.
Clean pussy?
Clean pussy.
Both.
But you had chlamydia twice.
But bacteria, we can get over it. Sometimes you're just in the wrong situation. Yeah. And even let me tell you something. No, I can't do nothing viral. Anyway, I'm done. I said my point. Who next?
All right, so I'll put it this way. There's a tried and true formula. It was developed like back in the Mayan days. It's called a Hofax.
Hofax. Lay it down, brother.
So this is how a Hofax works. It's similar to buying a car, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like you said with STDs, she may have been in a few fender benders, may have like 100,000, 150,000 miles on it.
Talking, bro.
Right? And it's not a brand new car. But that motherfucker was on fire, you want to know before you buy that car. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, I would say, if the car, we're talking, in terms of the car facts, the whole fact, has 150,000 miles on it, you know that it's driven. It's been some places. Mm-hmm. You may can trust it on the highway.
It's seasoned.
It's seasoned. Now, if it has 250,000 miles on it, and it's a Camry,
wheels might be falling off.
The wheels might be falling off.
Camry 250,000 miles. That's all right. Now, for a tourist,
do you want anything with 250,000?
Maybe a pickup truck.
You just know
and then
you just dropping loads in that.
Oh my god! So you want trains? Loads of trains? So you only want a hoe if you're using them for hoe shit, right? Tow. You only want a tow if you're using it for tow shit. So a pickup truck, you piling a whole bunch of shit in it to carry. So you only want a hoe if it's time for hoe shit.
Oh.
I call a chick to run on, but you don't want to wipe it.
Okay, yeah.
So you keep the Ferrari.
Ooh, y'all hear this?
What?
I wiped the girl.
Oh, stop for a second. Wrap up what you saying. We're gonna wipe your ass.
I like what you said with the. So how we said that you would get a pickup truck that had 250,000, right? But so you wouldn't do that with a Ford Fusion. Right. She had 250,000 miles on her. But if it's a pickup truck, she still offers so much You know, I'm saying, hear me out. So, if she
So
checks
you use the flat bed. He's on
no,
something.
Why
no,
is
no,
all
no,
these analogies correlated?
He's on
Hold
something.
up. So listen, hold on. So she feeds into your life, right? She offers something. If you're buying a pickup truck at $250,000, you're probably doing some type of work that it, involves having that kind of truck. And so then when women pours into your life, you can deal with those miles. But if it's like you said, a Ford Taurus, and it ain't doing shit except being that car with 250,000 miles, hell nah. She failed the whole facts.
Fail the whole facts.
Fail the whole facts.
Hashtag whole facts. And it makes somebody feel bad. All right, so we got a unique perspective right here.
Is this really that unique?
Well, at least for this
Don't
time.
make me feel
No.
Hold on.
like a fucked up individual.
So I got one. She said, we need whole facts on our dicks. Some of y'all dicks pushing 300,000.
All right, so one of our viewers, for the listeners who are not watching the stream, has commented. Thank you very much. Is that Julissa?
Who's Julissa?
She said, by the way, y'all gonna need a whole facts on y'all dick too, cause some of y'all, I bet she said it with her neck too, cause some of y'all dicks be pushing 300,000 miles. But all right. So do we agree with her?
Yo, they want our dicks to push 300,000.
Because
If Daddy's dick was on 20 miles, nobody fucking would.
He got no experience. Got a stroke whack.
Oh my God!
He ain't have no
Sit about with
Hold on, how about this? Dudes are more likely to get with a girl that they just want without caring about the outside opinion. Women won't fuck with a dude that no other woman wants.
Handshakes?
It doesn't exist.
It
doesn't exist.
Everybody give me handshakes. Handshakes.
Doesn't exist.
Oh.
If you listen, look. Like say you out at a bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just shot your shot with a chick, and she was like, nah. You think the next one that saw that is gonna say yes to you? Hell nah.
Nah, you're not.
Now if you walk out of the bathroom, you walk out of the bathroom with a chick. That's like a solid 8, 7, 8. And you go holler at the next chick who's at 9. She's like, okay.
Yeah, she came out the bathroom. He must be doing something.
He must be doing something
right.
Jalisa.
Our miles are weighted in diesel. So we can go a little longer.
That is true.
So, some personal experience here. Speak on.
I like the chick that had sex with a friend of mine, a close friend of mine.
How was that between you and the friend? Or you guys still
I
friends?
mean, I've always, that's my man, 100 grand.
So you man. Did
Y'all had that discussion?
We gotta have him on the podcast too at one point, y'all. This motherfucker had his art in like
What's his name?
art galleries.
What's his name?
Jarrell Gibbs. Follow Jarrell Gibbs. Shout out Jarrell Gibbs on
The girl
gallery
share.
downtown. Like when you go down President Street and you go down 83, that art gallery right down the left.
That's dope.
Had a whole fucking thing in that bitch.
That's real dope.
So we gotta get
You had an
him.
exhibit.
So skirt back to the top.
Oh, yeah, back to the top.
So you said you wifed the chick like that?
So it wasn't awkward between you and your friend?
It was not awkward between us.
Who went
It's not
first?
awkward between them. I didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? At some point, right? Like,
I did.
Did y'all have the conversation before you even went down that road? Like,
I mean,
hey,
I guess you try not to have that conversation, but at the same time, you got to think about it. Like, you can't, if you really love somebody, you can't really control. You can't control it. Like, you might be like,
you love
I just
her?
want to, yeah, I love the shit out of it.
Okay,
Right? You might be right, like, I just want to, like, do this, or I just want to do that. You can't control what your emotions going to make you do at that point.
You're right.
And
You're 100%
Danny's
right.
giving me the violins.
That's
If
a
you're not
damn
watching,
lie.
you can't
I'm just
control
kidding.
it. You love stuff, don't you?
No, continue. No, continue on your point.
Absolutely.
No. You love money?
But I said this would be my only issue with that. Like when we talk about having like a homie that got with your prospective girl, right? It's like for me, I know like how my friends have been when she says jobs I know.
How long?
No, keep telling.
Okay, but so my issue would be like this. If
One more time.
yeah, so like say let's say you were with a girl that I wanted to be with, and I found out.
Yeah.
The way we get on each other, the way we joke about each other, I always have a lower ground in an argument.
Yes, but hold on. What did I do?
You know what I mean? You don't even get no ass. You know that girl you got?
It depends. Unless she was never satisfied with you sexually, and the joke
Girls
is
will
that this
always
motherfucker
lie
was trash.
about that.
But the thing is this.
So
girls,
was that the
Oh,
best?
got to.
Was that the best
Got
dick you
to.
ever had? Oh, of course you
Yeah,
are.
got to.
You're a dude.
Yo,
And
what,
she said
what
no.
girl
She's
hasn't told
awful.
you that you was the best? What girl you been with for like more than 3-4 times that been like, yeah, you the shit?
I don't even ask the question, bro.
Yo,
I think if you let me in this shit, I'm the shit. If you let me in it, I'm the. If you let me smash more than twice, because the first time everybody get passed, right? The second time it's like, all right, this is probably gonna be the trend.
this gotta be. This
If
gotta
I hit more than 2 times, I assume that I'm at least decent.
right.
If I'm hitting 10 times, I'm that nigga. I'm that. Hey, look,
Well,
I'm
you always
that.
answer her text at 2 a.m.
Yes, as she went through the whole Rolodex. Let me hit this nigga.
Yeah, that would be true though.
Oh, Marvin's busy.
Yeah, all you motherfuckers first. Let me hit little ass Nick real quick.
I'm like, yo, calm down. Go give a nigga.
Go give it
Calm
a
down, go give it.
Pick up my little dumb ass. What you want, baby?
I'm getting that.
I got one more thing.
So,
When me and Dre talked about this, he specifically wanted to know, you guys, would you date a stripper or a porn star?
what up?
What, like first or like?
Would you
either one?
love?
porn
would you-
Love, now we
would
talking
you
about
love-
the different.
Would you
They're
potentially?
not human.
Would you?
No, I'm joking. That was a terrible joke.
You didn't hear what he said.
No, I said because they're
Would you
not
put-
human. I wasn't.
Oh my god.
It's terrible.
That's worse
But
than
I'm here
terrible.
with shock value. God damn it, nice and clear.
Glass down, right?
No.
First off,
Let's
there's
start with
nothing
that.
wrong with being a stripper or a porn star. Stop it.
Would you date either or?
Huh?
Would you be like? Would you bring it to us and be like,
Yes.
yo, this is my girl?
So here.
What do you do for work?
So here, it depends on how we met. No, if you guys drag me to a strip clubs make me sad. But if you drag me,
Strip clubs make him sad.
it's awful. But so if you drag me to,
yeah,
so we
I
go to a strip club, right?
Mhm.
We go to a strip club, and I meet her as a stripper. I think me personally, I'm already naturally walled up. Like, I mean, remember when I went with
You went with Todd,
yeah, when I went with Todd.
and Todd stuck his whole hand in the girl.
Anyway, so like they kept coming up. We were having legit conversations. But would I go that next round? No, I wasn't even thinking about it. But if I met a porn star or a stripper, like, you know, in the mall, that's tough. Now, falling in love and falling in a relationship are two different things. You know, I'd have to gauge what was right for me. And if I couldn't deal with that and her to continue doing her job and what she gets paid for, it's not fair for me to be vindictive to a girl I'm with.
What did she say? Well, I'll stop.
And she said, well, she'll stop. I mean, we're not there yet. I just don't know. I've never been in that position. I've never been in a stripper.
Margaret,
Bad news. What about dating a stripper or?
You said porn star?
or porn star. Yeah.
Or porn star. You say what?
What? Go ahead, bro. Hey, it makes sense. Forgive physics.
Stripper? Yeah, porn star?
That's a little different.
Yeah, that's different.
But that goes back to the
Just to know that, like, hey, yo, if you catch out on porn, if you look up deep throat gagging, like,
Yo, she the shit. You know, she killing it in there.
No, but still,
yeah,
man.
but it's still, like, it's difficult.
You can see her.
Somebody's
sucking
gonna
that-
date her,
Like
but-
it's a. Continue. I don't want to cut you off.
Nah, you good, bro? Because I'm more.
If
saying,
Marvin
wow,
dated
it's
a porn
difficult.
star, if let's hypothetically speaking, he was dating a porn star.
I think we would all fuck.
No,
We sexually active with a porn star stripper. We all would do that.
is it if
It's that next level.
if he's really dating her and he like loves her, he brought her to Christmas. Man,
You saw her, and then when y'all met, you're like, ooh, like I just don't know how I'd feel.
yeah, but how bad is it if you know and you go home and you just
At that
you
point-
slam and jam it?
At that point, I
Jam.
think at that point it's disloyal as a friend. That's almost like going on her Facebook page, like, yo, she look good. Nah, I can't do that.
Can't do
The
it.
second that one of my ask her what. The second that one of my boys is with a girl, that's not.
You don't even look at it.
She's a dude. You know what I mean? She's one of the homies.
That makes me
One
feel
of
so
the
much
homies.
better.
Yeah.
You benching 500 pounds. That really makes me feel
That's
better.
that's one of the homies. That's
Fuck everybody.
That's
dude.
my
family.
nigga.
That's
Salute.
family. My stomach would turn if I saw her doing stuff like
Very
that.
true.
So we would be cool with it, but it's also contingent on the fact that where you meet him at, either in the place of work or if you meet him as a person, you learn all the full reality of their life.
they
and
break
then
it down
find
to
out.
you.
We also
Question
got to realize stripper culture where we live is not the same.
Good point.
If
Money,
I
man.
would, yo.
They
Stripper,
make
if you met a
money.
stripper in Atlanta and you was with her, now niggas, that's respect. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
And within that circle.
But if you look at that's what you're looking for.
Culture is huge down there, yo. Stripper culture.
It is different.
If you were dating
However,
Malia, if you were dating Malia,
go.
nobody respecting you, you saying? Hey,
No,
everybody
that's his
know.
daughter.
If you watching this
Bro,
show,
the chick he talking about.
if you watching this,
No.
nigga,
Hold on.
Drake made a Hall of Fame.
No,
stripper.
her name is also
even
a stripper.
retiring
Yes,
jerseys.
To the
and
FBI,
stuff.
to the FBI agent
Malaya.
watching me right
Malaya.
now, it was said by.
So look,
what's her last
Yo,
name?
my
You
daughter's
know-
name is
Nick
Malaya.
Austin.
Daniel.
Shit. He fucking the whole game
It's
up now.
Malaya, and her jersey retired, yo. You did a stripper with a retired jersey.
I don't got a problem.
That's like Miracle Watch.
It's like,
Miracle
I don't got a
Watch.
problem with it.
okay, at the end of the day,
Once we get married, you can't
if
do it.
you
no
plan
more.
with being her for the long
What?
run,
You can't
what
be
she
a
did
stripper
in
or
her past
porn-
is
porn
way
star.
little less.
Oh no, yeah. Once
Alright.
you grab it,
I said, if you plan on being with her in the long run, what she did in her 20s, maybe early 30s, is way little less.
They can't continue. Can we all agree that they cannot continue once you reach a certain stage in your relationship?
Yeah,
Could you what? Strip or porn?
Porn,
Both.
both. Or was it one?
But
I
one
think that
quarter?
depends
Well,
on the
I think
man
if
itself.
we're talking
Because
about that,
if a
then-
gentleman is, if he's okay with understanding that that's her career and that's how she makes her money,
He might be a part of the same
He
career.
might, yeah, either he might be a part of the same career,
Porno star or DJ at the strip club or something.
or nonetheless, or he might just not give a fuck. He knows that that's her career. That's
if
how she
she's
makes her
making
bread.
$1 million
You can't.
a year and she's a
That's
porn
the thing,
star?
though, is because with you can't dictate how that person. If they were like that before you met them. You can't tell that
Yeah,
person,
yeah,
yo, you
yeah.
have to
Well,
change your career if you want to stay with me.
I'll put it this way: the
You know
onus
what
will
I'm
be
saying?
on the dude.
At that point in time, you gotta already make that decision ahead of time. Yo, if she decides she wants to stay on this, can I live with
Yeah.
that? And she's gonna do that.
That
for
should be
the rest
first
of the time.
date question.
That
You're
should be
yo,
first
am I
thing.
cool?
The first time you find out about that shit, you need to figure out, yo, would I stick in this for the long haul? Like, if she says she want to continue doing this for the next 15 years,
Yeah.
can I deal with that?
Okay. But I think that the onus is on the dude. If you want her to stop doing what is her livelihood, can you financially support her?
Ooh.
Can you provide? Yeah. Can you?
Ooh.
Can you provide what she's going to lose? And if
Keep
you can't,
stripping.
then you gotta
Keep bringing home $3,000 a night.
You gotta sit down. You gotta if you can. She has a certain livelihood that she's maintained
That
by
is true.
doing that. If you can't support that livelihood with whatever you're making, you don't have the right to tell her to stop.
That's true. I
Real talk.
agree with that.
I like that. I like that.
That's
So,
how we end that one.
Are we done with topics? We're done with topics.
One more?
But that's why.
Well,
How long-
well,
how long have we been going?
That's why you.
How long
get
have we been
money.
going?
What is that?
What
Because
time
we had
is
a
it now?
5-minute cut though. So.
It's about 1:30. So
Let me upgrade you.
Want to end it on that?
let's end it on that. Let's give a quick
right.
shout out
I
to the
thought you
people
was
who
had a
did
question.
comment
Yeah.
and see if they have any good questions that we didn't cover.
Okay.
Things, man, because they're so important. You guys are so important.
Yeah.
If you take your time out of your day, you got families, you got shit going on, you could be masturbating, whatever the fuck,
Could be mad.
and you're watching us talk shit. So,
Little
who
mama
we got?
said Danny a little slut bitch.
All right, thank you, little mama.
She said that.
Little big mama.
Thank you for watching, little big
Like
mama.
quote.
I think she quoted that shit. You might want to talk to her in the inbox.
Little slut.
I'm not.
Who else we got on
So
there?
you added bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a little slut.
That might be flirting. Hey, who else you got on there? Who else you got on there?
I don't know. I had to
Yeah,
scroll back.
whisper that into the mic.
Listen, let me shout out my lady.
Alright, let's see.
Let me shout out my mama. Just because they watching, not because I like them motherfuckers. Just because they watching.
Shout out Syra.
OG Ricky, funny as shit.
Ricky watching or watched.
You'll say take that hat off, man.
Shit, now with this hairline, you kiss my ass. Pow! Right to kiss her.
Shout out to Little Big Mama. She was
Little Big Mama.
Lean.
Thank you,
Mandy,
baby girl.
Jalissa.
I had like
Jalissa was dropping knowledge on here.
good question, Jalissa.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
Much love. Hey, Cash said nice sweatshirt. You know, I try.
For real?
Yeah.
Charles, my man, Aaron,
Oh,
who stopped there.
You just says a lot. Yo, look, Little Big Mama just said I didn't say that.
She didn't say that.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You my favorite on damn Little Big Mama.
I'm just,
Hold on. God damn, we don't get no love. Come on, hey, guys, we don't get no love, Little Big Mama.
yeah.
But no, she like, look, she like, that's